Remember when I was about 10, 11, 12 ish, somewhere around that time. I wasn't, I wasn't even into basketball or any type of sport at all. But I remember watching Game 7, man. Game 7, the Celtics at the Lakers NBA Finals. The very first basketball game that I watched fully, from first quarter to first tip off to the final buzzer. That was the game. That was the game that got me into basketball. Watching Kobe win his fifth ring. I think that was his fifth ring. If I think that was his fourth or fifth. Watching him win his ring, that right there, captured me. That captured the moment where I was like, you know what, I'm into basketball now. Seeing this game, seeing what he can do. That was my favorite moment. One of my favorite moments of Kobe for me. Not only did that get me into basketball, that got me into sports broadcasting as well. Obviously, watching any sport professionally, you have commentators and broadcasters. I was, like I said, I wasn't really into it at that time. So while I was watching, I was just bothered. I was just bothered, like, why these people, and I was asking myself, like, why these people keep talking throughout the game I'm trying to watch. You're being annoying. You know what I'm saying? Stop talking. And and my dad told me, like, no, they're sports broadcasters. They talk, that's their job. Give you information about what's going on in the game. And that was the point right there. That, so you mean to tell me you get paid just to talk about sports during a game? Yeah, I'm gonna do this when I get older. Yeah, so that was my initial introduction, not only to basketball but sports broadcasting, and that's what sparked my love for it. So 2-1 from that situation, not only from a basketball perspective and getting that knowledge from it and watching Kobe win his ring, but as well as my journey and and where I'm going as far as where I want to go in life. The whole point of even making this YouTube channel was to just put my voice out there and put myself out there as far as my career in sports broadcasting and follow my dreams, aspirations. My mom always told me, any dream, goal, aspiration that you would want or what you want in life is not gonna come to you. You gotta go get it. So that was the whole purpose of this YouTube channel, and see what I can do. So Kobe's 60-point game, his fairwear game, was another favorite moment of mine. There's certain moments not only just within sports, but there's certain moments in life where you know exactly what you were doing, where you was at, and the whole 9 yards. And as far as sports, like I said in my Derrick Rose video, I knew exactly where I was at. I was in my brother's room, watching it on his little TV, staying up. It was a school night, watching Derrick Rose tear his ACL and ruining our season and a possible championship run. That killed me inside. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like that was our year. As far as Kobe's 60-point game, his last game in LA against Utah, I was in my room watching, staying up once again on a school night. I was supposed to go to sleep. It was, it was another situation where I just could not miss this. I cannot and will not miss this. Unfortunately, I was never able to watch him live, in person in Charlotte. Whenever LA came to Charlotte to see them play the Hornets, but that still kills me inside. That I never had the opportunity to see this man play, but I made sure that I was gonna watch this man's last game. And that's exactly what I did, man. And to put up 60 points in your very last game is remarkable, and it shows you his will and his drive. Some guys, last game they just want to take it easy, but not Kobe, man. That mentality, that will, his drive, to the game. You know what I'm saying? And 60 points in his last game. And I think he scored, I think going into that fourth quarter, he had like 40, like 37, and he scored 23 straight in the fourth quarter with, I think, like 9 minutes left, 8, 9. Just insane. So that's another favorite moment that I had, personal favorite moment that I had of Kobe. Getting number 8 and 24 retired was another favorite moment of mine for Kobe. Rightfully so, his will, his drive, his work ethic, you know what I'm saying, towards the game of basketball, just his love for LA and what he's done on the court. Not only within, number 24, number 8 too. Number 8 was a killer. Number 8 was a dog. Then 24 continued the legacy. He won 2 championships. With 24 and won 3 within a three-peat with Shaq. You know what I'm saying? And deservedly so. Both 8 and number 24 was retired. I remember watching it, of course, and that was my favorite right there, man. Another favorite moment for me personally, it wasn't even nothing to do on the court, but outside of it, just him as a person, that mama mentality, you know what I'm saying, and just having that mentality of not really caring what people say, not really caring what people may, think of you, just doing the work. For me personally, it was something that I had to realize. I didn't even realize it until he passed, but his influence with that mama mentality, all my life I've spent trying to make people understand me, when I really should have just let people just appreciate me and just love me, and just accepting me for who I am. I've spent my entire life, majority of it anyway, doing something that's not really in me, that's not really my character, trying to get, be accepted, and just I got to a point where I got tired, man, and trying to put on a mask and trying to do stuff and say stuff that's not even in me to feel accepted amongst this group or this guy or this girl so they can like me, when I should have just been myself. And if you like me, okay, cool. If you don't, that's even cooler, you know what I'm saying? And just having that drive, every time I'm at work or whenever I'm doing something productive, I always keep telling myself, mama mentality, because everybody's not going to have the same work ethic, or not everybody's going to have the same drive as you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in school, so I work in a caf, and I look at little things every time, whenever it's time to go, or when it's trying to clean up. Certain people want to, try to sneak out, trying to not get, trying to get that extra work. Not trying to get that extra work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that mentality, trying to get us to do the extra work when this person slacking off, and trying to sneak out, and it's just weak. It's weak. you know. So I just think about it like that, mama mentality. So um, and it's cool. It's all right. I peep stuff like that, but in typical Kendrick fashion, I don't even say nothing. I just keep things to myself. But that's just one example of things that I notice and what dif- makes me different and separates me from them, and I'm over here. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about mentality, and goes back to the mama mentality. You know what I'm saying? Um, just having that will and just having that thought process of it's not about who's you know the better looking or who's you know the fanciest. It's all about that work ethic, how much you put in, and having that passion, having that love in whatever you do. I don't do I like working in a calf? No. Do I see myself doing this for the rest? No. But it's that drive in that will in me. You know, I like money. I like having money. And in my opinion, this is the best place on campus to have that. To have the best money. Everything else is, you know, itty bitty hours here and there. That's not real money. You know what I'm saying? So I had to suck it up and be like, I'm gonna be here. I like having money. I like doing my own thing. Even though I'm a to myself guy, I don't like being in a room all day. I like to go out. I like to do regular stuff. I just choose to do it by myself because that's just who I am. I'm a very private person. But yeah, so you just gotta do what you gotta do. Something else my mama told me, sometimes you gotta do what you don't want to do to get what you want. So that's the goal. Once again, mentality can take you a long way. You know what I'm saying? And something else, Kobe has taught me, it's not about, you know, once you understand the game of life and you learn how to play it, you'll be able to survive. You know what I'm saying? And I had to really understand and really dissect that. Just the game of life. And once you learn how to play it, you know, you be straight, you be right. And I get that, and I see that. As far as social media or how people, they treat you one way when it's just you and them. You know what I'm saying? But when it's them, when they with they people, when you come around, they talk to you, look at you differently. It's like it's just different. It's that different energy. So I try my best to stay away from people. Period. To be honest with you, I keep my distance. I'm not gonna be rude. You know what I'm saying? You speak to me, I'm gonna speak back. But after that, I don't got nothing else to say to you. Especially if I don't know you like that. So I just get that mentality of just doing what I gotta do and leave. You feel what I'm saying? I don't got time for the extra stuff, and putting myself in situations that I had nothing to do with, So I do my own thing and I keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So that's just that mentality I got for him. And Kobe Bean, man. So my last favorite moment from Kobe had nothing to do with the game of basketball. Once he retired, supporting his daughter Gianna. There's a lot, unfortunately. There's a lot of fathers out here that's not doing their jobs as a father and being in their children's lives. And Kobe was there 100%, especially after retirement. For his daughter, not only for Gianna but all of his daughters. But especially G, because she got her love, she gained her love for basketball because of Kobe. I heard in a recent interview, with Kobe that Kobe was done with basketball. He didn't watch any basketball. He didn't do. He was completely done with basketball. But Gianna was, forthcoming about her love. So that's when Kobe start going back to Laker games and taking her to see her favorite players. Trae Young, Bron, you know, and that's all because of her. And he was supportive of her. Went to every basketball game that she had, and he was there. He was there, and being supportive, and I love that. And that's probably my favorite moment for him, of him. I was too young and wasn't even into basketball to even have the 81-point game up here. I'm just pointing out things that I was alive and not alive, just like when I was in basketball, when I was into basketball, into sports, things that I've actually remember and was alive to see. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the 81-point game's not in here, or any of the runs with the championship run with Shaq. So that's my favorite memories. And as far as something else up here that I just thought of is like, Kobe was the one trying to, there's a lot of, criticism that comes with LeBron James, of course, with his politics he plays off the court as far as getting people traded and stuff like that. Kobe was the one trying to, diffuse the situation, the beef, as you can say, with LeBron and the LA fans. He was trying to make them to accept LeBron and put it out there like, yo, accept this guy. He's a king, and because LeBron came into LA last year kind of entitled, you know what I'm saying? Like, we understand that you won a championship in Miami and Cleveland. None of that matters in LA. You got to give us a chip, bro. You got to give us a chip for you to even be considered in the conversation for a Wilt, a Kobe, a Shaq, you know what I'm saying, a Kareem. So, and Bron understood that. He finally realized that with, when they didn't even go to the playoffs, his first year in LA, he felt that heat. And, Kobe was the one trying to, let everybody accept him. And it was nothing but love between those two. Everybody wants to, put this thing between them. Who's the GOAT? Who's better? Who's this? Who's that? At this point, I don't even care anymore. I'm just at a point where I'm just accepting and just accepting Bron and just, because anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? This whole situation made me just look at whole things differently. Who cares? Who's better? Just witness these guys. You know what I'm saying? Bron's time is almost up himself. He's like 35. And who knows how long he got. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just accepting his game. Accepting for who he is. Accepting him for who he is. And just let it be. I wouldn't be mad at all if the LA wins this championship. I'm going to be happy for them because they're going to win it for Kobe. If they do reach that point, that pinnacle. So, Kobe Bryant, man. My love for Kobe is just beyond. And I use this example yesterday. I was, I didn't grow up listening to Prince. I didn't grow up listening to Whitney Houston, you know what I'm saying? So when they passed away, it didn't really hit me, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't really listen to their music like that, and I didn't grow up on them. And so when they passed, I didn't really feel anything. I listened to a song here and there, but I didn't really understand. I was too. I didn't really listen to their music. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't really hit me like that. When Michael, I was too young to understand the impact that Michael Jackson had when he passed. You know what I'm saying? When he passed, like what, 09, 10, 11-ish, somewhere around there. So, or 12 maybe, 2013. So, I was too young or too dumb or immature to really understand the impact that he had on the world. But this one right here, man, this one hit me real hard because, like I said, as I said in this video, the multiple impacts that Kobe had on my life. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the basketball skills that he had, but, it made me feel like I was something on the court whenever I hit a three. Kobe, it gave me that confidence, like I was something. But, yeah, man, Kobe Bryant, man, I love you, man. And not only Kobe, but Gianna as well. And for other people that was in that crash, rest in peace. My prayers are to the families involved going through this situation. And I can't even imagine, if that happened to me or, some of my family members. I wouldn't even know how to begin to even begin life. But, to continue life with, like that. But, my prayers with the family. Love you, Kobe. And, yes, sir.